friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead. Merry Christmas, or just about. Today we're going to make some Christmas cookies. The difference between these and every other Christmas cookie I bake is these are going to double as ornaments. We're going to make stained glass Christmas cookies. And for that you're going to need flour, sugar, salt, vanilla, baking powder, baking soda, and honey, and you're going to need some fruit flavored Lifesavers or any other hard candy that is solid in color. Alright, so to get started, we're going to do our wet ingredients first. We're going to need a 1/4 pound of butter, or 1 stick of butter for my American friends, and that should be just about right there. Okay, and we're going to need a 1/2 cup of sugar, like that. And if I'm a little slow, folks, I am on pain medication, so, but it's not as bad as it was when I did it last Sunday. So, and we're going to need a 1/2 cup of honey. This could take a while. I'll let that drip. One thing I missed is an egg and a teaspoon of vanilla. Thank you, Mommy. Mommy's here making sure I don't overdo myself here. And we're going to break our egg in there. You should do these fairly early in the day because you're going to want to chill your dough. Let's get the sugar, the honey, the egg, and the vanilla all mixed together. You want it beaten up nice and soft. And your butter needs to be softened. It can't go right from the fridge into your recipe. Okay, you need 3 cups of flour, and we'll put in a portion of it. Now I put in part of the flour first because now we have to put in our 1 teaspoon of baking powder, because you want to sift it in with the ingredients, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon or a 2-finger pinch of salt. We'll just sift that in there. See, I like my sifter, folks? There we go. And you're going to mix this in 1/3 at a time. Now, it's not quite ready to be hand kneaded yet because it's still quite moist. And I don't know if I said, you're going to need a cookie cutter. Now, you can use regular cookie cutters that are any shape you want. You can even use a jar lid. But you're going to want, I have a fancy frou-frou fra-fra cookie cutter here. But all you really need is a plain cookie cutter and something small that you can cut a hole in the center. Alright. Now, once this is all mixed, I'm going to roll it up in a piece of parchment and put it in the fridge to chill, and then we'll get on to the next step. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, now comes the fun part. While our cookie dough is chilling, we're going to make the stained glass. Now you may wonder why I have a hammer on the table. I've got 4 little holders here, so we're going to keep our colors separate. And we're going to take our Lifesavers. If I can get them open. You're going to take a nice sturdy Ziploc bag or some wax paper. We're going to start putting the red ones first, and we're just going to crush them. Okay, and then we take our crushed Lifesavers, and we're just going to set them aside in a little dish. So anyway, here we go for now. We've got red, and we've got yellow, and then we're going to do green and orange. And when we get them all done and the dough is chilled, we'll be back. Okay, our dough has been chilling. We're going to take a piece out, but we have our cookie sheet, and it's got parchment on it. Now all we're going to do is roll out a bit of cookie dough to about a 1/4 inch thick. There we go. Now we're going to take our fancy dancy cookie cutter. Now if you don't have one of these, you can use a regular cookie cutter and maybe the top of a pill bottle or something to cut out the center, but we have this fancy cookie cutter, and we're just going to press this in, and we're going to pop this onto our cookie sheet and press the center out. Roll this out a little bit. That. There we go. I'm going to change the shape in my cookie cutter, and we'll be back when these are all cut out. Okay. Now, if you notice I'm wearing a different shirt, it's because I got flour all over my other shirt. And the reason I got flour all over my other shirt is because I'm not wearing my Christmas apron. Because my Christmas apron is in the wash. Anyway, we've got all our little cups of crushed Lifesavers, and we're going to gently just fill the holes. Now your oven should be at this point preheating to at 350 degrees. We're just going to take a spoon. Let's see, find a candy cane. We're just going to gently fill the holes with the crushed candy. Here's a gingerbread person. I went ahead and used a different cookie cutters because that fancy dancy one I bought, well, it's garbage. But it was worth it to have all these little cutouts. So, now what's going to happen is as the cookies bake, the candy will melt. And when they come out of the oven and you allow them to cool, they should make like a stained glass panel. We've got some Christmas trees, so let's try the green Lifesavers. And the Christmas tree cutouts. Oh, these candies, these crushed candies smell so good. Alrighty, we'll be back when I have these all filled and they're ready to go in the oven. Okay, here's what our cookies look like before they go in the oven. As you can see, the candy's all crushed. Now we're going to bake these at 350 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, they're out of the oven. We'll be back when they've cooled down and we'll do a trial run with the ribbon. As you can see, while they were still doughy, I poked a straw through the top of the cookie so that I could make a hole for ribbon or hook or whatever you want to put on it. I chose ribbon in this case. These cookies I recommend not putting baking powder in because they swell, but still, even from the other side, they make a lovely little window for your tree. And there they are, folks. You can't see really well the cookie, but you can see the shape of the cookie, and you can see that the light is shining through them. There we go. So this is them, folks. I'm going to save the nicest ones to put away in a tin for Christmas to hang on the tree. There's our little candy cane and our little angel and our little Christmas tree. And Wolfie gets the rest. Have a cookie, Papa. He's already getting ready for a glass of milk.
They're yummy.
No ho ho ho. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, you know what? It's really cool to bake cookies that you can eat and have as decorations too. Merry happy ho ho!